Sare and Sastikal, and I hope you had a warm drink, but the right kind of drink after this little short sweet break. I certainly had my green juice, and my team loved it. My young cameraman saved us into the best foods, and he thought this was the most amazing drink that he had, which has got all the live mascating vegetables, organic, and in that I added all my super greens, and I thought he would gag on looking on the color of this. This is what we've had at halftime, and it's been vetoed as the best taste that he's had in the superfoods juices. So raw foods and juicing is so important. This is why my whole story started as a gut specialist, and then I studied with Dr. John Walker, and he took me onto a journey of live juicing and fruiting. And also in his theory was milk is not for human beings, leave the milk for cows, and I will explain you why today, and what is the biggest problem with dairy products and why Punjabis are having fatty liver. So towards the end of first part of the show, we were talking about poor elimination, metabolic dysfunction and insulin resistance ho janda when the liver is overloaded. Sedentary lifestyle and the matlab that you are not having a couch potato lifestyle ho jandi hai, in which insulin resistance ho janda when the belly becomes so big and large, and the larger the waist, the larger the belly, you have more issues with insulin and more chances of being diabetic. Oxidative stress bada ho raha, obviously leading on with oxidative stress, it's affecting the liver a lot. With that means lots of cells are dying and you're not getting good new ones. Green juices jehda apa pita, this is reduces oxidative stress, helps build up of good cells and regeneration of cellular metabolism in the body. It looks very green, but it's beautiful and the taste is great. Lead, tin, aluminium, mercury, cadmium, asbestos, all these heavy metals are serious problems that the liver can be loaded up and has to deal with it, and that also includes your silver fillings in your mouth. People are coming with 6 to 7 to 14 fillings in their mouths, and they would savor everything as in life of luxury, but not get them removed in a structural way with a proper dentist. You do not go to any normal dentist to remove them, but you do need to go prior to removing your mercury fillings. You do need to do a detox program with me before you subject yourself, otherwise you'll be very sick. Gut dysbiosis, obviously an imbalance in the colon, bar ki jinna flora bacteria ganda hoega, jinna hi andar gand rot hunda hoega, unna hi liver te load hoega. Obviously the relationship jeda between the gut issues and the mental issues link up. So jo bhi colon de vich inflammation ho rahi hai, it links up with the mental issues and not just neurotransmitter imbalances. So a lot of issues kende ke kab sari bimariyan di maa hegi a. That's a very true statement said many generations ago, what Bibiyan believed and what Buzurg believed. Between insulin resistance and lack of the X syndrome, jeda ki apa onu kende a, it is not only genetic, but X syndrome hunda when your obesity, or X syndrome for insulin is when you're obese, when there's depression, when there is digestion issues, when there is IBS, when there is acid reflux, bar dakar mari jane, when there is ulcers, when there is MS or Crohn's, and these are, or Parkinson's. Chronic pain, arthritis, restriction movement, and again that leads on because of lots of can be exaggerated with lots of painkillers that you're having. That's a load to liver. Cardio issues again can be triggered off because of loads of liver. Insulin resistance jida ka syndrome X, and liver can be can comfortably break up 25 grams of fructose sugar, jede hone chahiye about 3 fruits a day, right? which is 25 grams. That's the fructose sugar that the liver bardasht karke break up kar sakda. Beyond that, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਜਿਹੜੀ brown sugar, ਚਿੱਟੀ sugar, hidden sugars ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, corn syrups ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, health bars ਵਿੱਚ glucose syrups ਲੈ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ, and young girls think that having a health bar, which is probably about you know, $2.99 or $2.50, is a start in the morning, or they are having other bars which I've forgotten the names of, but I just jumped back 6 inches thinking that is not your breakfast. All day you're going to be craving for the bad sugars, and your body is not satisfied. ਜੇ ਖਾਣਾ ਸਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋਏਗਾ, body ਨੂੰ ਰੱਜ ਨਹੀਂ ਆਏਗਾ, ਸੰਤੋਸ਼ੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਮਿਲੇਗੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ. When you don't get santoshi, you're going to graze all day. तो मट्ठी ਲੈ ਲਈ, ਮਟਰੀ ਲੈ ਲਈ, ਚੇਵੜਾ ਲੈ ਲਿਆ, ਚਾਹ ਪੀ ਲਈ, ਠੰਡ ਲੱਗਦੀ ਹੋਰ ਚਾਹ ਪੀ ਲਓ, ਠੰਡ ਲੱਗਦੀ heating on ਕਰ ਲਓ. Your food has to give you heat. You do not need to put your heating on so much. If you are not having your good juices and your green juices, you will not make fuel. Fuel is the agni, the igniter, or you know, keh lo mombatti ਆ. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਮੋਰੇ ਹੱਥ ਰੱਖੋ, ਸੇਕ ਕਰੋ ਤੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ warmth ਆਉਂਦੀ ਆ. You should be getting fuel from the food if it is correct. If it is not correct, it will not be broken down properly, and you'll feel cold, you'll feel malnutritioned. So you're like a Koshiko baby sitting in Somalia. Here in you know, in the Western countries, we think we are having 3 good meals a day. On the contrary, probably only 1/3 of that 3 meals in the day is sensible food. The rest is not the right food. It is noted over 600 pounds per family of food is binned every year. This is national statistics. So pause to think कि तुसी कहने के organic food बड़ा महंगा है, but then 600 pounds of salad बन गई, एक गाजर फिस गई या एप्पल बच्चा ने खादे नहीं, grapes बच्चा ने नहीं खादे, चल सिट दो. This is national statistics by Reuters saying 600 pounds per family of food is being binned every year. So ਇੱਥੇ ਬਿੰਨਾਂ ਬੜੀਆਂ you know, ਵਡਭਾਗੀ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ ਨੇ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਫੌਕਸ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਚੂਹੇ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਵਧੀਆ ਖਾਣਾ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਾ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ. ਬਾਹਰ ਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬ੍ਰੈਡ ਦੇ ਪੀਸ ਰਹਿ ਗਏ ਚੱਕ ਕੇ ਸੁੱਟ ਦਿਓ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਤੁਸੀਂ. You know, if you got good right bread, then toast it, make your breadcrumbs, keep it for a nice cook show recipe of mine. Keep watching the cook shows. ਹੇਠ ਲਿਖੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਦੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਆਰਡਰ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ, ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਡੀਟੌਕਸ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਹੈਗੀਆਂ for autumn, summer to autumn detox. Brain food and super brain food pinniya, another journey. High protein pinniya, another journey. Cholesterol pinniya, blood sugar pinniya, weight loss pinniya, constipation diya, fibrogel pinniya. People have had fibrogel diya pinniya and have got so much relief with the other good essential fats that they take. So things ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ body ਵਿੱਚ missing ਆ, ਉਹ ਖਾਣੇ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਮਿਲੇਗੀਆਂ. Over time it can repair, but don't put yourself to an illness subjecting just to chemical, you know, drugs from doctors. Obviously ਇਹਦੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ 25 grams ਜਿਹੜੇ 3 fruit ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਰਦਾਸ਼ਤ ਕਰ ਲੇਗਾ. bile ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਣਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ you know, is another detoxification pathway. bile juice ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬਣਦਾ, but ਜੇ ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਿਆਦਾ bile ਹੋ ਜਾਵੇ ਇਕੱਠਾ, then the liver cannot deal with it and the gallbladder cannot even handle it, and that then becomes gallstones. What the bile does ਬਹੁਤ ਜ਼ਰੂਰੀ ਹੈ. ਕਈ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਲਟੀ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ, ਗ੍ਰੀਨ ਉਲਟੀ ਆ ਜਾਂਦੀ, bile ਵੀ ਨਿਕਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ, ਇੰਨਾ ਢਿੱਡ ਖਰਾਬ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਇੰਨੇ volcanic eruptions ਢਿੱਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜ਼ਖਮ ਕੀਤੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ. And also a little outcry, I'm saying try, if you're on aspirin for your heart condition, go for enteric coated aspirin, which is a few pence more expensive. You can get it on NHS prescription. Do not go for uncoated or fizzy effervescence aspirin that will dissolve in the water. It is seriously damaging over years to your stomach lining, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ hydrochloric acid ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ issues ਹੋ ਸਕਦੇ, and you create inflammation in the stomach walls. So please go for enteric coated aspirin if you are advised by your GP or your consultant for your heart conditions. So going on to what happens with bile, it emulsifies the fats and is involved in fat digestion, which is good fat. body can bardashify a little bit of nonsense of bad fats, but bebas kar dinde tusi jadon bibiyan ne vegetable oil de naal cooking karni hai, or vegetable oils are so carcinogenic, and they, when you are making your tudka, I think it's going to take another 10 years before people really change. But are we reaching out to our generation? My reason of doing these shows in English is to get out to our younger generation, and hopefully ਕਿਸੇ ਨਾ ਕਿਸੇ ਨੂੰ, ਕੋਈ ਲੜਕੀ, ਕੋਈ ਔਰਤ, ਕੋਈ ਮਾਂ, ਕੋਈ ਬਾਪ ਆਪਣੇ ਬੱਚਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਕਹੇਗਾ ਭਾਈ ਆਹ ਖਾਣਾ ਨਾ ਖਾਓ, ਇੱਦਾਂ ਦਾ ਖਾਓ, or your shopping habits would change. Vegetable oil, corn oil, maize oil, one of the most trans fats, terrible ones, saturated fats that are so poisoning to the body, period. But our people will not change their shopping habits, they will not get the right oils. And you know, ਜਿੱਦਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਜ਼ਿਕਰ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀਗਾ ਕਿ ਇਟਲੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ olive oil ਮਿਲਦਾ, ਪਰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖਾਣ ਦੇ ਕਿਸਮਤ ਕਮਜ਼ੋਰ ਹੈਗੀ ਆ. That mozzarella cheese and cheddar cheese is the staple diet of a lot of Punjabi children. Obviously ਜਦੋਂ dietary fats stimulate ਕਰਦੇ ਨੇ bile, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਉਲਟ ਜਾਓ and decide to go for completely fatless food or fat free food without the good fats, then your body will stop producing enough bile to break up the fats, and the digestive enzymes ਜਦੋਂ stimulate ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈ bile ਦੇ ਨਾਲ, that regulates also a good digestion. Regulating the gut pH levels is very important. Digestive enzymes nahi sahi hoege, that means you need enzymes to break up your proteins, carbs, fats, and you know, a few good dairy products, which obviously egg yolk ho janda. Otherwise the gut mobility, motility, ਜਿਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ colon ਨੂੰ peristalsis movement ਨਹੀਂ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ, and the bowel is not excreting as at a regular time as it should, then you are subjecting yourself to huge amount of liver stress. And liver stresses ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ damage ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ obviously through alcohol. It is a huge problem. Excess alcohol ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੱਕ molecule ਹੁੰਦਾ ਹੈ, that must be neutralized rapidly by the liver, and if the liver cannot rapidly break up that molecule which is in the alcohol, the surrounding tissue of the liver can be damaged. बार बार तुसी शराब पीवोगे, that would lead on to obviously liver cirrhosis and fatty livers. This process that I use up karda ek very potent antioxidant which is so little in our body, which is glutathione, which is one of the most amazing products apne body de vich, and it can be limited if you are going to take a lot of alcohol. It is very shameful what Punjabi girls are doing right now. I've met Punjabi girls are hitting up to 2 bottles of wine a night, and up to even 3 to 4 shots and 6 shots of vodka. I don't know what they are trying to prove, but this is now going to be serious problems with Punjabi girls as well. Fructose, unlike glucose, it does not get used up as energy, so and it's converted straight into fat. Jeda fructose fat hunda, fir it is processed and it causes intra-abdominal fatty deposits. That means that pet vada hon la pena. So jinni jada fructose hoegi thodi body vich onna hi fat vadega. So you know, sugar ਮਠਿਆਈਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, milk cake ਵਿੱਚ, ਬਰਫੀਆਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ 3.5-4 ਚਮਚੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਖਾ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ, you are seriously subjecting yourself to problems. Lactulose found in dairy. Listen out now why Punjabis have a fatty liver. This is what I'm coming out to. Why Vaishnu Amritari people are getting huge problems with fatty livers. They may have never drunk alcohol with respect to them. They may have never smoked in their life. But why are they getting with fatty liver? This is what I need to now put out to you. Lactulose found in the dairy is made up with 1 molecule of glucose and 1 molecule of galactase. And jeda ke galactase are, it's a prebiotic pathway jeda hega to fructose, and if eaten in excess, that means if you have a lot of dairy in your food, then you're going to be contributing to huge amount of fatty liver. If you have any diseases that are leading on to fatty liver with non-alcoholic people, then you need to stop all milk-based dairy products. period. That doesn't mean that your bones are going to disintegrate. You do not need dairy or cow's milk. There are other options, as in soya milk for men. It shouldn't be then more than a pint a day, and almond milk and goat's milk. Those are better milks. Some people in the Arab countries always also look at camel milk, and those are better choices. Trans fats that result from unstable to unsaturated vegetable oils, processed foods, we bade vade problems hage ne for liver, and these can lead on to these are used highly, processed foods de which vegetables oils enne use kar rahe ne purely because ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ shelf life they have gone through so much heat, whether it is maize oil, whether it is corn oil, you know, or whether it's a vegetable oil. They have gone through huge amount of heating process, and when you're going to cook, they cannot, the molecule of that fat becomes more fatty as you're heating more than 100 degrees to make any Punjabi turka or frying or deep frying your food, you know. So try to look at my new series of cook shows which are going to be fatless cooking with the good fats. You know, and I'll be making creating lots of recipes in about 3 weeks time. My cook shows are every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. and every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. PINNIYA da het like number dekh lo, and anybody who comes into the clinic needs to go through a structured program of following the food, the diet, the nutrition support, and also with the supplements, and they are the ones that embrace and get well and better. Koi bhi cheez hegi a, not one sitting de vich tode sare body de pane theek ho jange. There are so many layers that need to be shifted and shuffled. Tusi sadiyan to antibiotics lene a, don't expect miracles just in one sitting. So all industrial pollution obviously has a huge problem onto the liver. Oils jede use kar rahe ne, even peanut oil, I forgot to mention that is a huge problem. Habits jede challenge kar rahe ne, liver detoxification obviously kai vari aapa rapid weight loss kar dene, like a yo-yo effect, that can be quite dangerous for the body, because sensible dieting, sensible eating, sensible combination is a way to life. You will lose weight. I do cellulitis and weight loss PINNIYA as well. Cellulitis hunda jado bibiyan ne or marda ne, apa kehne cellulitis jananiyan hunda, the fat which most Punjabi men carry in the ab, in the lower from the rib cage down, is cellulitis fat. It is the intramuscular fat that the body is beginning to store because of sugar, because of acid, because of chaha. The body and the liver cannot deal with it anymore. I do amazing liver detox products. Jene vi liver detox karna chahiye, har ek insaan nu every year you should do one liver detox with the most amazing greens that I give as recipes to people who want to consume the greens. This is my second bottle of the day, so we have consumed this much, and then I have another one which has got kale, organic kale, adrak, kali mirch, kachi tori, and a cucumber. This is my second bottle that I'll consume as we are recording all day. But that is practicing what I'm preaching. You know, a lot of practitioners will come and harp, but their practice is a bit minimized. So don't compromise that. Obviously, बाकी चीज़ां जड़ियां low fat diets ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹ rapidly damage कर दिंदे ने, but the bile nahi banega if you're not going to have the good fats. The body will stop making the bile. So very important to look at that. Large meals consumed late at night. What happens at night? The one organ that needs to function all night is the liver. The liver needs to detoxify all night. Chakki pisni. It doesn't need to digest. This is why it's important that your cutoff period should be about 3 hours before bedtime. As the winter creeps in now, try to get an early meal and a lighter meal, but not hove mahan di dal hove te makki di roti hove te gulab jamna ho jan te naal ras malai ho jave te mithe chawl ho jan te kada bana lo. You know, all those things are so heavy for the evening, and a lighter meal with a nicer salad but raw food diet is important. बड़े लोकां नू गलत सजावां दिंदे कि रात नू सलाद नहीं कदी खाई दी, गैस हो जांदा। गैस ਤਾਂ ਹੋਇਆ ਬੀਬੀ ਕਿ ਦਿਨ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰਾ ਲਟਰ ਪਟਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਖਾਦਾ ਉਹ ਖੇਤ ਤੇ ਸਵਾਹ ਸੀਗਾ, ਉਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਗੋਬਰ ਗੈਸ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ, because the food has rotted. Because the food has fermented, your combination was wrong. That is why you made gas. And the moment you have some good raw food, the body tries to process it quicker. It cannot, because previous gas already baniya hoya, and it's only going to create wind. So both tarah de galat information lokan nu mildi, and people think that they are justifying this. So processing large amount of roti and food must be looked at. Too frequent eating, other than diabetic people, you need to have 3 sensible meals and 2 small snacks, but not eating every 2 hourly and grazing. That can be a load to the liver. The liver has a dual function of digestion and detoxification, and it needs to do a full detoxification at night when you are in resting mode. But stress has to be low. If your adrenaline is too high and your stress levels out of the window, and you think you're going to have a good night's sleep and you're going to chucky piecing your thoughts all night, your liver is not going to process detoxification. So this is all a huge task, huge task. Apa ek din de sade timetable hunda kai kuch karan da, we don't achieve it. How can your body achieve detoxification, purification, assimilation, metabolize food if from morning to evening you've gone wrong? The process has to be correctly followed. When you come to me, I'll give you a huge amount of advice. Obviously, in regard to the smoking and recreational drugs, not much has to be said about the huge damage this does and smoking does to the liver, that it cannot release the poisons that stress on the liver. 64 dangerous chemicals in one tobacco cigarette. 64 chemicals, think twice. Toxic products jede apply ho rahe skin nu, be very mindful. Toothpaste, perfumes, cleaning products, washing powders, paints, air fresheners, candles, especially from China, and one candle manufacturers from USA, avoid them completely because of the fumes that are created. Obviously, medication overdosing, ibuprofen, jitna main pehlo kya, is a biggest problem and a serious liver damage over time. Women have taken this for so long. With the NAS scan, we can find out the state of your body. The right infoceuticals are given to heal the body and to get the magnetic field rolling through. Going on to the good foods, always naughty foods the gal kali. Let's go on to the good foods. Liver loves soya, lecithin, granules which ਲੈ ਲਓ, soya beans ਲਵੋ, not soya ਬੜੀਆਂ ਜਿਹੜੀਆਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਊਥ ਹਾਲ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਬਾਜ਼ਾਰਾਂ 'ਚ ਮਿਲਦੀਆਂ, that is genetically modified food. Soya, tofu, lecithin granules and lecithin are good. So is coconut oil, is very important. Healthy fats with organic egg yolks are very important. Avocado, very important. Avocado, we've always spoken the benefits of avocado. Bibia ਕਹਿ ਦਿੰਦੀਆਂ ਫਿੱਕਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਆ. Obviously, unroasted nuts and seeds, a handful a day. And alsi, je tusi ਭੁੰਨ ਕੇ ਲੈ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, then it's equally good. 1 cup of black filtered organic coffee to 2 cups is very good for the liver. No milk, no sugar, but it has to be organic, it has to be filtered, not what you get instant coffee. That doesn't do the job. Chicory as a vegetable, some things that people don't eat, you do get chicory out in the market, look out for that. Artichoke is another thing that people are not eating. It's a wonderful fruit. Chamomile tea with the flower, so chamomile tea is really, really good. Odi jeda products, essence hega, it's very good for the liver. Coming in obviously with green tea and liver juices, jede vich tusi ek juice tasriya towards the end of the show will be 1 beetroot, 2 organic carrots, 4 full broccoli de, 1 handful of organic kale, and 1 raw haldi. That's very important, and half a teaspoon of black pepper. that is your juice of the day. ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ cooking which you try to go for rosemary herbs, peppermint tea, obviously saffron ਜਿਹਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੇਸਰ ਕਹਿੰਦੇ ਆ, which I've used in my cook show launching the gluten free food. ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ saffron use ਕੀਤਾ. Lemon, very good detoxifier. If you can have, match me 20 lemons a day. If anybody can have 20 lemons a day, I think then you can shake my hand. Ginger, very important, having extra raw ginger with your food, very good for digestion, but also as a property, it's so important. Cayenne pepper, also very important, can be used in cooking. So we were talking about the liver, the 500 functions and Unger has to do for you day and night. I hope this very fine evening you have probably ingested something, digested something, assimilated something, absorbed something, but excreting something tomorrow. And I'm sorry, this is a life's process. You know, if you don't talk about absorption and you know, assimilation, then don't even talk about elimination. But all this is a process ਜਿਹੜੇ ਰੱਬ ਨੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਿਰ ਤੋਂ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਜਾਨਵਰ ਵੀ ਹੱਗਦੇ ਨੇ. They eat, they process, they eliminate. So let's talk you to another, and I hope you'll absorb another show of mine on a very fine Monday evening, 9:40 with Manjeet Kaur. ਹੇਠ ਲਿਖੇ ਨੰਬਰ ਤੇ ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ ਦੇਖੋ, ਪਿੰਨੀਆਂ order ਕਰੋ. They are dispatched all over the world according to your destination. The postage is charged. That is obviously something that it's beyond us. Sari taran diya pinniyaan on sales at manjeetshop.co.uk, and jeda number, email ID area and telephone number. Take care of yourself and each other and your liver. You only have one amazing organ, the biggest organ of your body, the liver. Have sweet dreams, think wise, think clean, and think good. Goodbye and Sat Sri Akal.